Hello everyone, welcome back to Clusterbmilkshake. I am your host, along with support puppet Mr. Chicken. Yes, I'm a diagnosed narcissist with antisocial personality disorder and ADHD. And today we are going to talk about autism. There's a lot of things that I've been seeing online, and a lot of these things look like narcissism when explained by people with ADHD and how they treated their partners and how their partners talk shit about their fuck. I think I can say shit and fuck and everything. It's been 30 seconds. When they are describing their partners. And I kind of want to go over some autism things with you. I already did a video on ADHD. Let's dig into autism because I see a lot of my ex in here, and it made me really sad because if I would have known that this was a neurodivergent thing that he was dealing with, we would have got along a lot better. Also, I had a little mini breakdown when I found out that I had ADHD, also neurodivergent, that I would have been able to express myself a lot better to my partner, with him understanding that the things that I do are not done on purpose. Also, people with autism don't do this shit on purpose. Okay, so I'm going to go over the traits that I have been studying because I'm now hyper-focused on this topic. Also discuss some things with Mikey. Mikey is my 18-year-old autistic son, and I was starting to go on dating apps, and I went out with somebody who was autistic, and yeah. I don't know. I think there's a lot of autistic men out there, and it's very hard for them to get dates because of their lack of social cues. They may go out and be very, sexy time talking. And not know how to get your needs met in communication, and that could, make you want to ghost these mother sucks. Anyways, we're going to say some facts, and then I'm going to go into what things look like narcissism. Remember, it's a neurodivergent issue with the mind, and this goes for ADHD, autism, OCD, also dyslexia, fucking some other shit too. I was motherfucking dyslexic. I'm dyslexic too. Okay. Anyways, here we go. Thank you, Crazy Brains. Random facts. So if you're hanging out with a new person, or you have a friend or a husband, wife that you're with now, and they are just spewing random facts out of nowhere, and, I think this shit is cute and quirky. One time I was going to the store with my sweetie, and he starts telling me random facts about the fucking carts. He said, "Is that weird that I'm talking about that?" So he was self-conscious, and I thought it was cool as shit. I did think that all of his little fucking things were cool. Stimming. Stimming can be pacing. It can be tapping. It can be tapping the chest, tapping a pen, biting your lip, biting the inside of your lip. Can be playing with your hair, pulling at your skin, playing with your fingers. Shit, I used to pick at my gums and make them bleed when I was younger. Then you have social anxiety. We know how awesome that is for people who mask. Also, small talk is shit. And we will pretend that, the fucking weather, I don't give a shit. But, sometimes you just have to, and I also need the person that I'm talking to carry the conversation if small talk is going down, because I don't want to fucking deal with it, okay? Awkward in friendships, hard to make them and keep them. Now, with me, I can, friendships, now that I'm older, you need a lot of reciprocal attention from me, and I cannot give it to you. So I usually keep everything superficial on friendships. Come to me when you need something. I come to you when you need, but talking every day and everything is like killing me. I can't fucking do it. So I usually stay away from friendships. People with autism, they might self-isolate too, and they need you to reach out to them and say that I want to spend time with you, and let them say no. Sometimes when I'm talking to Mikey, he also wants me to say, hey, I'm going to the park to go for a walk. Do you want to come? He always tells me no, but he says he always wants to be asked. Okay? Music is huge. They always want to listen to music all the time. Usually they get consumed with one album or one song over and over and over again. It's very self-soothing. Critical. They can be very critical. And this is not to hurt your feelings. One thing, my son, when he was younger, he did not want to talk to somebody who was wearing a certain color that he didn't like. He also believes that I am an angrier person when my hair is down, and he thinks I'm sweet Snow White as fuck when my hair is up on top of my head. So, he's really paying attention to the environment, what I'm wearing, how I look. He does not like monotone voice, even though he has monotone voice. You will also see somebody who is trying to mask really well smile when you look at them, because usually they will have resting bitch face. Okay? All right. Miscommunication, and they take things wrong all the time. Yes, and what sucks is that, if you have two neurodivergent people, both of you guys are taking shit wrong all the time, and that is going to cause conflict. If you have one person who doesn't have this lovely stuff, and you do have somebody who has ADHD, OCD, or autism, you're going to take shit, they are going to take shit the wrong way, and they're going to attack you or shut down. This is also, you'd be like, they're narcissist. When actually, they do have mood fluctuations, and, they don't understand social cues that well. They're also very literal. They take things literally. One time I asked my sweetie, you watch me on videos all the time. I never get to see your face. Will you please send me a video? And I felt like I was begging, motherfucker. And he finally sends me a video, and he said, I asked him, say something sweet. So he sent me a video, and it said, something sweet. And that was it. I was pissed, but he did exactly what I asked him to do. See? All right. They talk about themselves, and they don't always ask about you. You will think that they are selfish. And just like a narcissist, how a narcissist is selfish and self-focused, I have to remind myself, I have to ask you too. Now, is that the narcissism, or is that the ADHD? Also crossover with the autism? Which is it? I was sitting on my bed the other night, and I'm just like, fuck, all this weird brain shit going on. The DSM is fucking weird because it's all categorized in burr, burr, burr. But, we're all crossed like this, It's like, make up your fucking mind. Tell me who I am. Oh no, you're just all this shit. Okay, thank you. Anyway, they over-explain. This is something that I do when I think that, Mikey is upset with me, or any other person that I give a shit about. I am going to over-explain myself, and I may not let you get a word in edgewise because I want you to understand what I'm saying. I mean, I am just bombarding you. I'm talking blitzkrieg, dude. And I am bombarding you with information because I want you to understand what was going through my mind, that there was no negative intent. Some people also want to explain, because they want you to understand their perspective. Now, if you have somebody with autism and somebody with, a personality disorder, or they're also neurodivergent, it's almost going to be like a competition. No, you need to understand my side. No, and then you're fighting and shit, and then you're calling your fucking autist a fucking narcissist. Another thing is my ex used to over-explain everything. And his daughter used to tell him to shut the fuck up. Can you shut up? And I remember that I did this too to him. And it fucking makes me sad because if I knew this about my person, I would understand that this is just who he is. He's not trying to take over the conversation. He's not trying on purpose to say that my needs don't matter, but his brain is like, I need to talk to you to death so you understand my way of thinking. All right. Annoyed when you talk too much. So yes, I have experienced this too. They get pissed off when you are talking way too much about your special interest. It does become a double standard because they are self-focused. They are only thinking about themselves, their thoughts, their needs, everything. And then when you start trying to talk about your day or, what's going on with you, they're going to be like, I don't give a shit. I do not care. Or they're going to get annoyed, or they're going to want space from you. They get overstimulated. They don't want to fucking, if your anger and your, emotions are getting heightened, they're going to feed off of that. Take it as their own. They're going to be all fucking dysregulated and fuck up. And then you're going to see them stimming a lot more, or pushing you away, or needing space. Okay? All right. They have rituals. Yes, my ex used to have to do a ritual every time that he had a show. He did certain things, and he did tell me these things, and I thought it was just, cute and quirky. I never put two and two together because I haven't researched autism since Mikey was little, and I live with Mikey, and he's the only one that, I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking that anybody else on the planet has this. I know it's weird thinking, but that's the way that I was thinking. So I wasn't putting two and two together. But other people who have rituals, they need to do things a certain way. And even, a morning routine, a nighttime routine, eating rituals, just whatever the fuck. Some people who get their hand wet, they have to wet their other hand, before they can dry it off. Some of them need to wash their hands a certain amount of times. Some, they need to double check things to make sure that everything is fucking cool, right? All right. Don't touch your shit. They do not like it when you touch your stuff. It's almost OCD-like. It's either organized chaos or everything is perfect. Don't touch it. One time I got into an argument and almost a breakup with my ex because he thought that I moved his books or disorganized his folders. I was freaking out because he was like, saying that I was doing things that I didn't do. And this was really bugging the shit out of him. I thought he was gaslighting me just to fuck with my head. I call him schizophrenic, and I fucking left. But this could have been just... He's freaking out that somebody's moving his shit, and he's thinking that I am gaslighting him, which is not the case. Also, if he also had ADHD with that, we have lots of forgetfulness as well, is he could have accidentally moved something and then thought that it was me. I do this all the time. I will move something of my own. I will think that it is somebody else, and then I will blame that somebody else for moving the shit. Basically, I'm gaslighting myself. Okay. Sleeps like garbage. So, yes. So they'll have to take melatonin, or they're going to have a fucked up sleep schedule. Sometimes their brain only lets them sleep a certain amount of hours, likes to be alone, work alone, or they need lots of space. Say that you go away on a vacation and then you come home and they're fucking irritated that you're home. You want to spend time with them, but they're not ready to fucking give you time. They just want lots of space, lots of space. In my last marriage, I wanted lots of space. Okay, I chalked it up as being avoidant. Sure, it's probably fucking that too, but my brain is like always moving and everything, and I'm trying to focus on a book. I have to read shit over and over again, or, I need fucking space. I need space. And this is going to make my partner feel very lonely. So it's not my partner's fault, whether you're dismissive avoidant, fearful avoidant, whether you have ADHD, autism, or you're a narcissist, okay? Our people are very sad. People with autism, I hear that they are very loyal. It's probably because it's very hard to get somebody to connect with them and to care enough to learn about them and stay with them. That's what I'm thinking, dude. You tell me if you have autism or you're in a relationship with somebody with autism, you tell me. They are quick to anger when overstimulated. They like physical touch or none at all. I have to ask permission to touch Mikey. A guy that I was dating, he was autistic, and I asked him, I said, do you like to be touched? And he said, yes. And I was asking him, it was almost like a Me Too fucking thing. And I'm just like, can I touch you here? Can I touch you? Yes, yes, yes. Because I'm always asking Mikey, I'm like always walking on eggshells around him. Can I touch you? Can we talk? Can we what? Yeah, it's crazy time. Okay. They can have selective empathy, way too much empathy, or they seem like they don't have empathy at all. And then that's when you're going to think that they're cold, dismissive, and that they are narcissistic. Monotone voice. Fuck. I have to perform on these fucking videos because my normal is motherfucking monotone. This is the second time I'm making this video. I don't even know if I'm going to finish it the right way because I'm trying to be as expressive as I can, and I keep going back to flat affect. So let's hurry up. Hyper-focused on special interests. And they can also neglect you if there's hyper-focused on special interests. Can I stutter some more? And sometimes they will change their interests. People with ADHD do this too. They consume it to death and then they move on. So my hyper-focus right now is autism, and I'm looking the fucking shit up. Because what if I run into another one? I do not want to fuck it up with another one. The better that we understand each other, the better we're going to communicate better. And I'm telling you all this fucking bullshit about relationship books and all this other shit. But if somebody has, their brain is neurodivergent and they're not going to be able to, fucking do every single thing that these books are doing because their mind is on automatic default. So they're always going to, either you say ABC, they're thinking XYZ. So you really have to have good communication with somebody like this, and hopefully that they know that they are like this, even if you're older and research these things. Am I just fucking... Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm not starting over. Okay. They change interests a lot. I said that. Okay. Takes things literally. Yes, they mask too. So not just like a narcissistic person having a false self, so does somebody with autism, but they are hiding their autisticness. Okay. So it's not that they don't have a true self and they are their false self. They're not their false self. They are masking so they can look normal out in the world, and just copy and mirror all you motherfucks. And, their true self is, letting them do their quirky shit and letting them stem and not having somebody going, you're weird, you're all fucked up. Okay. Can't read people and facial expressions sometimes. So that's why Mikey will sometimes think I'm angry when I'm not angry. When I'm monotone, he thinks I'm pissed off. No, I'm just dumb me, They like routine. They have long bouts of sadness. I was watching this man who was late diagnosed autism, and he was talking about the differences between long bouts of sadness and clinical depression. And what's funny is when he's explaining it, it sounds the exact same. I have done this too. I try to explain to you how I feel about something that will look normal to other people. It's not motherfucking normal. It feels different. So when I was watching this, I was like, yes, I understand. It looks the same from the outside, but it's not from the inside. I'm gonna fucking burp. All right, excuse me. They have time blindness. People with ADHD also have this difficulty managing time. They can sit there for a long time and just let their mind wander, and it's hard to get started on new tasks or even just a motherfucking task. It'll take me forever to get started on doing a video because I'm just like, I have to do my makeup, I have to do my hair, fuck this shit, and then days will go by and I hate it. I hate that I can't get motivated. Eye contact, so staring, or they can't look at you, or they're judging. Am I looking too long at them? Do I need to look away? And blah, and all this shit is going through in their fucking head. Another thing is constantly blinking. As you know, I fucking do that all the goddamn time. Hypersensitive to criticism, just like a narcissist. Hard to tell others how you feel. In this way, some people will make a list of all of their feelings, or they will keep it inside. My ex did this too. He made a list, and I mocked him as that being grievances towards me. Your grievances, you're just fucking bitching. And he's like, no, these are my feelings. And of course that fell on deaf ears because he was criticizing me. So I do feel like shit about that. Sensitive to light, sounds, smell, and taste. Also, wearing certain types of clothes, they'll want to wear things that they're more comfortable with. Some people do. Mikey does not like wearing socks. He does not want to wear shirts that have tags in them, or he'll want to go thrift shopping with me and buy really eccentric shit. The colors don't match nothing, and I'm just like, that's cool, dude. Whatever you want. They can also shower in the dark or with very low light. Things need to be low light, no super bright lights. Stomach issues. Mikey used to have very massive gut problems, and when I got him on probiotics when he was younger, his stomach issues went away. So if you're having stomach issues, please look into the probiotic thing. Try to stay away from sweets as much as possible. Being hyper aware of their environment and others. Yes, I do this too. People with PTSD do this too, and also people with ADHD. And antisocial personality disorder do this too. This is why I tell you, it's like, it's a big mush up. This, the DSM is like, you all this, you all it, okay. Here's the signed paper from my fucking person saying that, I'm all this shit or whatever. And people were like, I think you got autism because I relate to all your shit. So even though that I took all the tests and I don't have autism and have ADHD, I am still neurodivergent. And, these things cross over too. But I do want you to see these things, because these things, people are going to think that you're a narcissist, especially if the person isn't reaching out to you as much. If they have rejection anxiety or abandonment issues, they're going to need you to do the pursuing. Okay? I'm cool with that because I am the predator. I do pursue you first, but I need you to match my energy. And if you do not match my energy, I'm going to think you don't fucking like me, so I'm outie. I'm not, no. Okay. hyper aware of their environment. Yes, they have attention to detail, and this will look like OCD. May not understand sarcasm, and then they will become easily hurt. They're easily bullied, get into abusive relationships, or they are taken advantage of. They talk over others, and it's because they don't want to, it's like, oh, a thought came into my head. I have to tell you now. The person I was trying to date always fucking talked over me and cut me off and shit. And he would apologize and stuff, but he was just, my daughter used to do this all the time too, and she has ADHD. So she's like, it's like, can I finish a thing? Well, I'm going to forget. It's like, well, I'm going to fucking forget too. Well, then they're going to seem selfish because they're like, well, I'm fucking first. Even though I was talking first. Fine. Okay. Correcting you. You feel like you can't say anything right because if they think that they're, no, that's misinformation, or no, I don't think that you know what you're talking about, or whatever. I have had fucking neurodivergents say this shit to me all the time when I know the shit that I am talking about, the shit that I have studied, things that make me feel good about myself, whether it's supplements, vitamins, or a different healthy way. And they're just like, no. Okay. They will have meltdowns. They will shut down. They have burnout, and they need more downtime, time off of work, and time away from you. They rehearse conversations before having them. They're quirky or eccentric. They self-educate, yes. They info dump. This is when I say trauma dumping all the time. But info dumping could be their special interest, or in the beginning of a relationship, they're going to tell you every single goddamn thing about them and their past, and they will trauma dump. Okay? Don't feel human. They feel like aliens. Yes, I feel like a robot sometimes. Like specific clothes, talked about that. Notice sounds others don't. I asked Mikey about this. He can listen to the TV way the fuck down low and still hear the bullshit. I'm like, what? Can you even hear that? I would ask him. I'm like, what? Anyway. Great at memorization, dates, and numbers. Also, the guy that I was dating, he would stem, but he would count on his fingers, back and forth until he hit number 13 or 14, and that helps him concentrate and remember things. And my ex used to go through the alphabet because that would help him grab the first letter of the thing that he was trying to remember. Easily overstimulated or understimulated, and this is when they will be extremely bored. Understimulated. This happens with ADHD, and this also happens with people with antisocial personality disorder. Very, very bored. And then this can bring them into a state of not happy. And then they can also be impulsive and do things without thinking. And alcohol is used as a coping mechanism along with other drugs as well. The person that I was dating, he is a recovering alcoholic, and he had been in AA for several years. And he said it was so he didn't have to think, it calms down all of the thinking and everything. And this is something that you will see in people with personality disorders too, so they don't have to think and deal about their past, any trauma going on, or to fill the darkness, okay? So if you guys have ADHD, know anybody who has ADHD, and you can contribute and tell me things that you do or complications in your relationships, it would be very helpful, because if I come along to another person with ADHD, especially a dude, I really want to know how to have a better relationship with this person. The reason why I'm not seeing the guy that I started dating is because he's still trauma bonded to his borderline. I'm not dealing with any more guys who dated borderlines. I'm not dealing with it, okay? Go away if you are still hung up on a borderline. I'm not touching you. Do you understand? Okay. Have a great day. Namaste.